Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. As always, we're going to be having our show tonight. It's about the best suburbs in Dallas. So if you're trying to figure out which part of Dallas that you're wanting to relocate to or know a little bit more information about, this live stream is going to be super, super helpful. I have a special guest on for tonight, and she's going to be sharing some of her favorite suburbs as well. So let's go ahead and bring on our guest.
Hi, Rebecca.
Let's get a close up. There we go. So this is Diana Gomez. Diana and I work together in the Keller Williams McKinney office. But the amazing thing about Diana is that she also speaks very fluent and very good Spanish. So if you are needing, she's always my go-to for if someone speaks Spanish or they feel more comfortable with someone who speaks Spanish. She's my go-to for that. So I wanted to introduce you to her, and us together, we're going to be chatting about some of the best suburbs in and around Dallas for this year. So Diana, can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been in real estate, a little bit about your family, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Hi, Rebecca. Yes, so I'm Diana Gomez. I'm a bilingual agent. I've been in the real estate business for almost 5 years now as a real estate agent. And definitely, I love real estate. And one of the things that I love it the most is because it gives me time with my family, with my kids. I can still, as we have a hectic and crazy schedule sometimes, I can manage my schedule to be with my kids when they need me the most. So I have two little boys,
Cool.
my husband, and I also, well, they are not so little, but you'll still see them as little kids. They are 10 and 12. But for me,
Hey,
they're my little boys.
Yeah.
Yes. And my husband, and also I have right now, this is something new. My sister is also working with me.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, so we actually form a team. So this is something new. Probably saying for the first time live right now.
Yeah. Hey, welcome aboard, Diana's sister. She's part of the team now.
Yes. And yes. And well, this
Let's go
is
ahead.
me pretty much.
That's you in a nutshell. And you're
Yes.
originally from which country?
Okay, I'm originally from Venezuela,
Okay.
South America.
And somebody will
And
probably ask what part? What part?
yes, so Caracas, Venezuela. I left my country 16 years ago. So I live in Canada, I live in
Wow.
Belgium, I live in Mexico City, and I live in California just before moving to Texas.
Cool. So just a reminder for those who are watching, or if you're watching later, we are going to be taking questions. So if you have a question about a suburb of Dallas, feel free to put that in the chat, and we'll be able to feature that question as we go through some of the top suburbs in and around Dallas. So I want to kind of give everyone a visual first to kind of start us off. So when you think about Dallas, I mean, it's two metroplexes. So you have Dallas, here, that's closer to downtown. University Park is really a really popular area because it's really close to a university. SMU is right over there, and then we have we have the Dallas Arboretum, which is on the east side of Dallas. We call it East Dallas. But then as you start to kind of go past University Park, you start to see pop-ups of little areas and little cities. And so we're going to kind of talk a little bit about some of our favorite little suburbs that we love to pieces. And it's really hard because I could only choose 5, and so could Diana. So we're actually going to start in our little hometown of McKinney. So McKinney, it's right here. Whoop, zooming in. So McKinney's pretty big. When a lot of people think of McKinney, they I think they don't realize how big it is. So I live actually pretty close to the southern part of McKinney. So McKinney kind of cuts off right around, actually just a couple streets before you get to Sam Rayburn Tollway in certain areas. Allen will kind of start to creep up here. So let me actually do this so we can kind of zoom in on McKinney. You can see where the boundary lines are a little bit. So parts of, you see Fairview, like just to the south of all of this area right here is all McKinney. You'll notice lots of green. You'll notice lots of blue. So it is very, very beautiful. There's a reason why McKinney was the county seat for Collin County for, since 1900. So because it's such a beautiful area, and people started to, this historic area is where the county seat was. And then it's just kind of grown. It's starting to grow more north from there. But Diana, I'll let you say a couple words. What are your thoughts on McKinney? You live here, I live here. Tell people that are relocating what they need to either look out for or enjoy more.
Well, I definitely love McKinney. It's one of the cities where you can see green all over the place. Mm-hmm. You can see a lot of trees. Even though we have new developments, there are a lot of bike paths, and people can walk in a lot of nice places, a lot of nature, a lot of parks, family places, a lot of churches, a lot of family-oriented community in general. And even, McKinney is kind of, it has the highway, the 75 that kind of divides a little bit also McKinney. And both sides of McKinney, east and west, you can find a lot of natures and a lot of things to do as families. So I really like it in general.
Yeah. I would say that, so 75 is probably the main highway that goes north and south. If you're in McKinney and you need to get to somewhere quick, you're probably going to take 75. If you live on the south side of town, so if you do live closer to Sam Rayburn Tollway, that will take you to a lot of places. But I would say 75 is pretty utilized. And like Diana was saying, you've got the east side of McKinney over here, which has the historic downtown area. There's Town Lake Recreation Park. The McKinney High School is also located on this side of town. And we've got, the Bonnie Wink. Bonnie Wink is also another popular park. There are golf courses everywhere. Like we've got 1, 2, 3. I think there's.
I think we have 3.
4. No, Ocala up here.
4. Oh, that's true.
Ocala, yeah. And then we also have the TPG golf course over in Craig Ranch. And then we've got the one that we share, I guess, with Frisco, which is the West Ridge golf course. So we have, if you love golfing, it's a great spot for that. But I feel like too, even if you don't golf, that all the green and all the, how it's landscaped, it's so beautiful. Really, really pretty. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the city itself. I want to, so McKinney was named out of the entire Dallas-Fort Worth area. Niche.com gave it it's number 24, and it gave it an A rating. So it's got, you can see they've rated it, good schools, housing, it says B+, crime and safety B-. I'm sure we can kind of look into that a little bit. Diversity is an A, good for families, jobs. So we got an AB report card for McKinney here. So it is, it's not the biggest suburb, but we're right around, I think we're actually pretty close to almost 200,000. I know we're starting to edge up there. This is a little bit dated, this 182. I think we're closer to 188 and maybe even 190 right now for our population. It is more of a own versus rent population or suburb, which is always good to see that. And then let's see, public schools, McKinney suburbs with the best public schools, number 39. This is out of the whole state, FYI. So if you're watching this, it's the whole state. The other thing to note is, so we've got great schools, has rated, I think, the highest rate. So I think it ranks all of the schools from highest to lowest is kind of how it does it here. But John A. Baker, that's Prosper. I don't know why that's even there, but I guess it's in the city of McKinney. So this is in this is in North McKinney, going to Prosper ISD. That's the other thing too, Diana. How many other school districts are zoned to other districts other than McKinney?
So that's something that makes McKinney pretty interesting for a lot of people that are relocating, is that McKinney actually has McKinney ISD. It also has Prosper ISD. You have other areas with Frisco ISD, and you have Allen ISD as well. And lately you also have Melissa ISD in the northeast part of McKinney. Yes.
Is that Melissa? No, that's not Melissa.
It's probably that's still McKinney, but the other one that you see.
One of the schools over here, you're saying, is a part of McKinney ISD?
No, it's not McKinney ISD. It's houses that are located in McKinney that go to Melissa ISD. Yeah, same as Frisco and Allen and Prosper. So depending where you buy in McKinney, you have to check which school district the school falls in, because it's pretty mixed in general.
And it looks like too, the Imagine International Academy, which is a charter school, that's very popular for this north kind of east quadrant over here. I mean, they've got it an 8 out of 10, which is really good. And then it looks like we've got some of the other districts, Lois Elementary. I mean, so they're all pretty well. I mean, it's a little bit lower rated up here on the east side. I do feel like the ratings kind of go down a little bit more. Some of those schools are Title I or receive Title I funding. And there's also a lot of mixed housing on the east side of town, especially closer to historic downtown. So I would say the west side of McKinney is obviously more popular, even the north side as well, because you can get Prosper ISD schools, which is what a lot of people are looking for when they look at properties. They're looking at the school districts, not only even if they don't have kids, they're seeing the school districts as, for future growth in the area even. So let's talk a little bit about, before we talk about home prices, I don't want to jump the gun there. Let's talk a little bit about things to do. So what are some things that you really enjoy about McKinney that you love?
Well, the historic center of McKinney, all the restaurants and shops over there are so amazing, and the festivals. I really love McKinney Festival. There are festivals going on pretty much all year round, and they are outdoors, and you can just enjoy the community style. Also, there are, at least for families, is pretty good in regards to recreation for the kids. We have the Apex Center, we have PSA, we have the Michael Johnson athletics. Yes. So there are so many things to do, a lot of sports. We have Craig Ranch Sports Complex, which is really, really good for those kids who play soccer. And
let's look at some of these places. So we've got, this is the McKinney Soccer Complex that Diana was talking about.
At Craig Ranch, yes, is big, is nice, and a lot of great events. Even that's where you see the fireworks on the 4th of July.
So So good fireworks spot for those looking to. Yeah, there's the soccer.
Yes,
Soccer
and that's
teams.
where my kids play soccer.
Ah. Oh, and they have concerts too. Like usually the 4th of July, they'll have concerts and they'll have events over here too.
Yes.
Eh,
And yeah, so you have PSA, which is a great multi-sport complex that it's really good. It's on El Dorado and close to Hillside.
where do we go? El Dorado.
El Dorado, yes.
Well, there's the Gabe Nesbitt
Yes,
Community
close
Park.
to Gave. It's in the Gave Nesbitt. It's just
Which one is it? Oh,
so
PSA?
PSA McKinney. It's a great complex. PSA is Plano Soccer Association, but however, they became like a multi-sport facility when they teach, indoor soccer,
Yeah.
basketball, cheerleading, volleyball. You can, name the sport, you can learn on there, and
That's
it's
cool.
just inside the Gave Naismith Park, which is a
Yeah.
great baseball, tennis, skate park complex. It has almost everything. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like it over there. So the tennis courts, I think you can very inexpensively, you can go out there, you can take your kids. They've got the fields, which are some baseball fields, but they also have little playgrounds kind of mixed in too, which is really nice. So if you have little kids, and then you have another kid that's playing baseball, you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. That little fidgety 2-year-old is going to get to go down the slide while your son's playing baseball. And then the skate park is also a big draw for a lot of the high schoolers, I feel like. And there's a couple of gardens over there too. They're
Yes.
trying to, and this is the PSA, I think.
Yes.
And then also too, this is a picture of the
Apex.
Apex. Yeah. So if you get a membership at the Apex and you're not looking to necessarily work out, but you want to join in on their community pool, it's also very nice. It's pretty.
And you can actually pay per day, so you don't have to get a membership if
Yeah, you don't
you're
have
not
to get
ready to.
and pay per day. Although if you do have a membership, Diana, you can get
It
into
gets
the pool
cheaper.
a little bit earlier. And it's
Yes.
cheaper too. But yeah, you can get into the pool a couple hours before everybody else does, which is nice for the summertime.
Yes.
And then we've got what else was I going to highlight? We talked about. I love this market. Oh, this is something. Where did it go? Have you been over here? Wait, here it is. Have you been over here? I'm sure you have, to the Crepe
The
Myrtle.
Crepe Myrtle Trails. Actually, no.
Don't they have a run over there, right?
Yes, and this year I have to go because my son is going to participate in the run. He's going to
Okay.
run the 5Ks
Yeah,
because
the 5K.
he is in the cross country team of his school. So he told me,
Country. Aw.
yeah, so we are going this year.
Well, that's kind of cool.
My allergies sometimes get so strong that even though I love green, I try not to go to places that they have a lot of flowers.
Oh, yeah. But that's kind of a cool little place. Also, have you heard about? So I didn't know what this was until I did a little bit of research. But Traxxas, you know what that is, right? This is their headquarters. This is where they build remote control cars. They have a boat. And I think too, like in the McKinney 4th of July parade, they'll advertise like, I think building your own remote control car or something. And then you can race them or whatever.
So cool.
They've got, but they have the actual headquarters of Traxxas is in McKinney. So if you are looking for work and you want to work at a place that sells remote control, so they have the actual store, but then they have a lot of the office spaces too. And then they have several different other locations as well. But they mainly sell the cars. I want to say that they also have a couple of boats. The last time I talked to one of the guys there, but that's a really cool place if you haven't been over
No, I
there.
haven't been there. No, I haven't been there. But another place that I think right now is pretty iconic of McKinney, and it's have gotten a lot of traction, is the football stadium.
Okay, over here.
Yes.
Walmart. There it is.
Harding.
Right there. Yes. So here's so people can kind of see. So how old is the stadium? Oh,
It's fairly new. I think like 2 years.
Okay, yeah. There's the marching band.
Yes.
I think they have so I'm a band nerd. That's when I was in high school, I did band. This is probably where they have, I'm sure, competitions now, because it doesn't look like, since there's no one in the stands, I bet this is a replay of a band competition where you go to compete against other marching bands. So it looks like they're using it for that. And obviously they're using it to play football too. I mean, that's the main,
Exactly.
main reason there. It's a really pretty facility. I was going to go with my family. So every year, all of the elementary schools will have a night where you can go to where all the kids, are free pretty much, that are attending one of the elementary schools. And then you go with them and you get to experience like a football night with your little elementary school kids. And I thought that was really sweet, to see, like, you could sit with your classmates and you could enjoy like a nice little Friday night high school football game.
High school.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. And actually next week we have a band presentation from my middle schooler over there. So you were right. That's what they do.
Right. So they have band competitions, it looks like, in that facility, probably because it's such a nice new facility as well. This looks like Boyd High School is playing.
Yes, the Panthers play over there all the time, and sometimes the bands for some of the middle schools go and play in the middle of the games.
Oh, and do they have 7th and 8th grade games on like Thursday nights or something?
Probably. I'm not that familiar with football in general.
That's cool. Look at that. Yeah. See, you need to move to McKinney, guys. We're all about the arts.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look. The other place that people need to know about when they think about McKinney is probably oh my goodness, we could spend forever in McKinney.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, zoom out. I'm making this not okay. Okay, so Stonebridge Ranch is a very, very popular large area. So I want to kind of share Stonebridge Ranch. So a lot of people don't realize that this community, how big this community is, and what you get as a result of being a part of Stonebridge Ranch. So if you're part of Stonebridge, or AKA Stonebridge Ranch, you have access to several amenities that other people in McKinney don't. There are also different events that they have. They've got their calendar: adult pool party, evening on the veranda, kids day at the plaza. So you can meet other families within the big community. Evening bingo, McKinney, Texas travelers, book clubs. So, I mean, you can really get, this is just kind of a small sampling. I think a lot of their events too, probably, let's see, history, members, board of directors. I thought I had
over there. Just go to amenities.
Yeah, so the amenities. So you've got the Beach and Tennis Club that's off of Virginia. Have you been over? I haven't been actually in that facility. I want to go take a look at it.
Oh, I'm a Stonebridge Ranch resident. So, yeah. So we spend lots of time at the beach club. Well, my kids are growing older, so they are not that crazy about the beach club, but I still make them go. I love the beach. I grew up in the Caribbean, so I need the sand close to me. That's for me,
Yeah.
it's important. And that was one of the reasons actually we purchased a home in the Stonebridge Ranch, just
Mhm.
because of the beach club and the grade schools. And
Yeah.
when you're there, you also have access to the lake, and you can pedal boat in the
Yep.
lake, which is
Yeah.
pretty good. And you overview all Adriatica, and the
It's
parties
pretty.
at the beach club are really nice, family oriented. The kids have competitions, and it's a great location in general, and it's next to the Stonebridge Ranch tennis courts, which are facilities pretty much for Stonebridge Ranch residents. And you can walk from Adriatica to the beach club, and the
Yeah.
view over there is really pretty. But you also have other facilities. Well, you have pavilions inside the beach
Yeah.
club to have a nice day. We barbecue there while we are at the pool. So really
Mhm.
nice, Sunday or Saturday afternoon with the family. And it's really, it also have an aquatic center.
Oh, inside?
No, that's the
Oh,
pool. But then
I'll put the
on Coronado and
oh,
Stonebridge,
yeah.
you
Let
will
me go
find the aquatic
go back.
center of Stonebridge Ranch. Yeah,
Stonebridge
that one.
Plaza. Oh, that's where the beach club is, right? This is the whole plaza where it has the
No, the
courts.
Stonebridge Ranch Plaza is next to the aquatic center.
Oh, it's next to, oh, I see. There's the pool. Okay.
Yes. So you have there is the
Oh,
plaza is kind of new. It has a really nice picnic area. It has the pickleball courts. It has the aquatic center where you can actually get during the summer swimming lessons and some aqua aerobics there. It's
yeah.
it's it has a lot of things to offer in general. And there's still new construction going on in Stonebridge Ranch. These communities used to be, I don't know if still, but it used to be the largest master community in Texas.
Mm.
And it's
Here's the map.
incredible,
You can kind of see.
everything that it has to offer. Yeah, you can
Mhm.
see all the neighborhoods there.
Right. So
And
it's got over 75 neighborhoods.
yes,
It's a very big part of McKinney is located within Stonebridge. So now I live south of El Dorado, so I'm not in that special community yet, right? But yeah, with
well,
schools and offices, I mean, that's a lot, let me go back to the amenity, all the other things. So there's the aquatic center Diana was talking about, the pickleball courts, all the lakes and ponds you have access to, community room, and then all the playgrounds too that are dedicated specifically for Stonebridge Ranch. There two country clubs that you have access to, or just one?
actually, Stonebridge Ranch residents are always invited to go to the country club, but if you have to be member to play in the golf courses.
So, okay, so
Okay.
there's three. Uh, uh, yeah, there's three golf
Yes. So you
courses
have all those golf
close by.
courts
Yeah.
close to Stonebridge Ranch, but
Mhm.
you have to be a member. The only one that you can actually go without being a member is the West Ridge
Oh,
Golf Club. Yeah.
okay.
The West Ridge is a public golf course, and you can go anytime. I take my kids there for summer camps, and sometimes my husband and myself go and try to do something in the ranch.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yes.
All right, let me talk about another area. Where did it go? That's not what I wanted to do. Nope, this one. Okay. So this is also this is within Stonebridge Ranch, and I have to talk about it because it's a good date night spot too. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. You can see all the beautiful golf courses.
What are
Virginia.
you looking for?
Why can I not see Adriatica Village?
Adriatica is Virginia and Stonebridge. Where do you see King Restaurant? Oh,
Hester, Hardin.
Yeah, so go to
That's 380. Okay, here we go. It should be right over
yes.
here then in this little.
Yes.
If I can zoom in. Come on, zoom in. Zoom in.
Okay, would you see the King restaurant?
Mm-hmm. There it is. Here's
Yeah.
it, Harbor. Okay, here we go. And we should have a little pin for Adriatica Village, right?
You should. Yeah,
That's St. Paul's.
probably yes.
That's the senior living, and then you've got the apartments, and then you got all the houses over here. Let me see if I can find it. Adriatica. There we go. Oh, you just had to type it in because I want to show people, a couple of photos. There's the famous chapel. That's the Belladonna. And then these are the $1 million properties that are on the other side of Adriatica that you look out onto. And this is the bell tower. And the senior living quarters are there. And then these are the homes that are for sale. A lot of them don't have big backyards, but it's supposed to be convenient because there's a lot of things to walk to. And then these are all condos right above the Starwood Cafe here. And then we have the Dove Fountain in the middle. And then if you do want to know more about Adriatica Village, make sure that you watch the video that I've already put together on this really pretty spot in McKinney.
Yes, go and take a look into that because definitely there is so much to know about Adriatica. I think it's one of the best communities of Stonebridge. Actually, it is part of Stonebridge Ranch as well.
It's a part of Stonebridge Ranch, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it is amazing the vision that they had when they created. And yeah, go and look into, Rebecca's video about Adriatica.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty.
Yeah, you feel that you are in another world.
Yeah, you do. You totally feel like you're in a different place. All right, let's talk about pricing. Where do we go? All right.
Okay.
So in McKinney, Arbor Glen. So how would we know if Arbor Glen's, what neighborhood that's in? I mean, I guess you could click on it and find out. New. So 602,000, but it's a big house. It looks like it might need some updating. But it's on a big lot. Okay, so here's the map. This is at El Dorado, and I bet that's Lake Forest.
Probably.
So that's in Stonebridge.
That I was going to tell you that seems to be the Arbor Glen community.
Oh, Arbor Glen,
which is in a Stonebridge Ranch. It's part of a Stonebridge Ranch.
Yeah. Okay. So this is updated. This is really pretty.
Yes.
But it's an open door listing. And what do you want to say about that?
Do you want me to say it in public?
Oh, well, all I have to say is that they usually overprice their properties from the start, because if this is day one and it's 600,000, it's probably only worth 550 if you were to appraise it, because they always start so high, and their strategy is just to come down once a week, and then it's FHA eligible, all that stuff. Where is it? Okay. And then we got this. This is a part of the historic district. This is a very cute little cottage. I want to buy this. 325,000. It has a little pool in the back, 2-bed, 1-bath. This would make a great Airbnb.
I was going to tell you that. Yeah, that's the perfect Airbnb spot, and the historic district is, it's
so pretty.
The most wanted place for Airbnbs.
Yeah, it is. So if you are looking to do something with Airbnb, the historic district is the place to try and do it. So we've got some affordability. This is off of Sierra. Let's see where this one is. So this is 341. So it's not a $600,000 house. You are closer to 75. This is in that neighborhood. I think that's close to, okay, let me zoom out here. Well, see, this backs to the street. To me, that's always a deal breaker. If a house backs to a street, I don't know if I'd want to invest in it,
Yes.
So this one's 425. This is also Kentucky Street. That's going to be close to the historic area. Morning Gin, 800. I bet this is, where do you think this is located close to? If you had to guess.
I would say probably either a Stonebridge Ranch or really up north. I can't see pretty well so probably this is behind the office.
Nope. This is my guess. I don't know yet. I haven't scrolled up. This is probably closer to Fairview because it has land. It has an acre.
It has land.
Yep. Was I right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. Let me zoom out. Morning Glen. Whoa, too much.
So probably that's more. Could you zoom out more?
Yeah. Oh, no, you were right. It was closer to the north.
So yes. New Hope. So that's probably closer to New Hope and that area.
Where this is located. These are all 1 acre lots. What is that neighborhood? Right here. It's right here too. I can't think of the name of that neighborhood for the life of me.
I don't remember the name right now either.
It probably shows it. We should probably just look at it. So this is in, I bet it says in the description too. Maybe, hopefully.
Neighborhood. Just go up.
Come on now.
If you go up, it will show you the neighborhood. Down in the description. Over there.
Details.
Oh.
Waterstone. I knew it. Waterstone Estates. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes, it's a beautiful, incredible neighborhood. They are still selling lots there, and you bring your own builder to bring you, to build something magnificent like this.
Yeah, and there's actually a couple of builders in there that will that they will buy the lot, they'll build on it, and then they'll resell it like this.
Exactly.
So something to kind of look out for on that side of McKinney.
Yes.
Is there a way to sort this by price? I feel like.
Yes, probably.
Let's see. Well, anyway, at least people will kind of get a feel. I saw this one, Orchard. I think this is close. This is El Dorado Heights. This is probably, I think
it should be El Dorado Heights. Yes.
Yeah, because all the flowery names like Orchid, those are closer to me. So that's in South McKinney. This is Elk Mountain Trail.
Yeah, and another thing that people should look also into McKinney is the other big, large master community, which is Craig Ranch. If you don't want to look into Stonebridge Ranch because it's too big, or maybe it's not the perfect location for you, Craig Ranch is actually conveniently located close to 121, and it also has tons of amenities. So it has more new constructions, and most of the Craig Ranch, not everything, but a lot of Craig Ranch go to Frisco ISD schools.
Yeah. Yes, Craig Ranch. Right. So like Diana was saying, this is all, see where all these red dots are? That's all of Craig Ranch, right? Really conveniently located in South McKinney. Because the thing with North McKinney is if you start to get too far north, it starts to get harder to get to everywhere else. And like our office is located, right here off of 380. I think we're right here. I think we're right over here. This is Tucker Hill right there. Auburn Hills. Yeah, because there's Custer and there's Stonebridge. Yeah. So our offices are right here. And sometimes it's a little bit, because it's 10 minutes. So for me to get from 121 or South McKinney all the way to 380, I mean, that's a 10-minute trek, a 10-minute drive for me to get to work, which is great. But if you need to be further south because your commute is over in Plano, right here, which is right off of, this is a popular intersection here. Let's see. So Toyota. Okay.
Toyota will be closer to the Colony.
Yeah, the Toyota is going to be closer to the Colony. So Toyota's right here. We were right here in South McKinney. So if you need that easier commute, you want to make sure that you look in a part of McKinney that's closer to 121. Or that gives you easy access, because you can also, if you live closer to 75 left or right here, you could also take 75 and then take 121, and it still wouldn't take you as long of a drive. But if you're kind of right here in the middle, it is kind of a stinker to take, it's going to take you 5-6 minutes to get to 121. And then your commute from there is going to take you a little bit longer than you would want, I feel like. The other Frito-Lay is also over here. Free, F-R-I.
Frito-Lay is in Plano.
Yeah. F-R-I. But it's over in that same area. Frito-Lay.
Yes.
It's right there. Well, it's in that same area. Little
yes.
Here's
a little bit more. Yes. A little bit more in headquarters. Yes.
Yeah. So headquarters is right here, I believe.
And you have lots of companies there. You have technology like Ericsson as well. You have Liberty Mutual, I think. So you have
Liberty
a lot of
there. Liberty. But see, like Diana was saying, the colony's right here. I mean, you're so close if you're in the colony, and it's a little bit more or a little bit less, or wait, it's more affordable. There we go.
Yes.
That's the better thing to do. So if you are working in this little headquarters, or you have to drive here, and you don't want to pay exorbitant prices and live in Frisco or
Plano,
then those are kind of your options, like South McKinney, or we got the colony that's not too far away. So your commute is not terrible, and you're not having to be on the tollway forever either.
Yes,
that's
definitely
to kind of keep in mind as far as the commute stuff goes. So it's still not terrible. So even if let's say if we got directions, oh my gosh, why does this pop up? Okay, let's see, we're going to get directions. Let's say we want to go from my office. So 72, say we're in 70 West University Drive. Okay. So from my office to the Frito-Lay, it's going to take me 30 minutes. So if you live in North McKinney, just realize, or if you find a house, because all the houses are so beautiful, they're building so much right up in here. We can talk about new construction. I guess next that would be kind of our
I was going to tell you that. Yeah, we have to talk about Painted Tree.
Oh yeah, well, we can talk about Painted Tree too. So let's look at new construction and STRU. ICT. There we go. That's enough. All right. So there's a great website. If you don't already know, if you go to newhomesource.com, you can type in any city that you'd like, and it will give you a rundown on what cities are good for new construction. So let's kind of look at a map view. So here's McKinney. See if I can find the map view. Someone had the map view on the other day and I couldn't.
Go to the top and on the right.
Okay.
Right. Yes, map view.
Come on, map view. Let's work.
It's okay. And click view communities. So we don't have hundreds of homes there.
Okay, view communities. My computer's taking a while. All right. Let's see if I can. Whoa, I don't like the zoom in. Okay. Let me go here. So I can get people to see.
And usually a new home source will show you the new communities in McKinney and everything around. So
right. So you can see, I mean, so here's the east side of McKinney. A lot of new construction right around that north quadrant. That's where things are growing. So you see a lot of new, nice, shiny things. This is Melissa, I believe. I think we're in Melissa, or it could be McKinney, actually.
I think that's still McKinney. That's the Willow Good community.
And then here's Melissa here.
Yes.
So we should have Trinity Falls. So Roland too is being absorbed by McKinney because it's growing so far north.
Yeah, and I will say what you see that in number 8 should be probably Trinity Falls.
I think so. Whoa. Yep. Trinity
Yeah.
Falls. Okay. Let me see. Oh man, why did it do this to me? Okay, now it's not. Let me see if I zoom in some more. So within just Trinity Falls, there are like 7 or 8 builders, and they're still building. So they've only built out half of this community already. So you've got Perry, Chesmar, Highland. What else do we got over here?
Actually, you have Del
55 plus.
Web's
Oh, Del Webb,
yeah,
yeah, the 55 plus community is over
55
here
plus
too.
community. Yeah.
And they're still growing out this whole thing. So they're developing a lot of this area. I will say though that the PID is not desirable, but it is kind of what it is over there. The
What is
school
a
rate,
pit, Rebecca?
the PID is in Trinity
Yes.
Falls.
Yeah, but can we explain to them what a pit is?
Oh, sure, yeah. You tell them what a PID is, and I'll zoom out.
Okay, so the PIT is a public improvement district tax that usually is passed onto the buyers when they live in a specific area that is new development, and it depends of how it's been established, but it could last probably 25 to 30 years,
Mhm.
and usually that will add up to your property tax. So it's pretty important when you're buying a property, especially in a new construction anywhere, to ask if they have any bid or a mod or any extra tax.
Yeah. So it's going to be an extra tax already tagged on to what you're already paying in property taxes, which makes it feel not so fun. But you do get, a lot usually out of those communities. I know that Trinity Falls does have 2 community pools. They just opened another little community center. They've got some dog parks. They have the BBON park, and they're still developing all the trails and everything around that area. I will say too, a newer community that's coming soon is right here at Lake Forest and 380.
We're not seeing the map, Rebecca.
What?
We're not
Oh,
seeing the
yeah.
map.
Goodness, thank you. Let me go back and add it. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Painted Tree, which is coming soon. And when is that coming, Diana?
I think it's starting. They are starting the construction this year, but pretty much it's going to be. They're going to be able to start living there probably at the beginning or mid next year.
Yeah.
They're going to have. It's also designed to have multiple. A variety of constructions. It's going to have townhomes. It's going to have single homes. It's going to be different environments and subdivisions that are going to fulfill different needs.
Right. And it's got the
In
lake, and it's going to have a big green area, big green space kind of back here towards the back. And it's pretty much, it's going to fill the void. So if you notice, there's lines here. This is where it's going to actually connect to part of this subdivision from what they've told us. And I think it's going to go all the way up to, I think, 164. Yes. So it's going to be a very ginormous community on the north side. And I do feel like with McKinney North, they're pretty tight on their numbers, Diana. They need to build another high school up here. Maybe in Trinity Falls or something. I don't know.
probably. I think that eventually we're going to need something to offset some of the growth in McKinney. However, if you think about it, there is the new people moving to all these new areas. But let me tell you something. The elementary schools in Stonebridge Ranch, some of them, their numbers are going down because a lot of the young people are looking for the new constructions, and you see more, older people living in Stonebridge Ranch. My kids are almost finishing elementary, and probably the biggest problem is going to be right now high schools, definitely, and they might need to resume some of the elementaries to take some of the kids
Yeah.
from the new areas, probably.
They'll probably do some restructuring if they obviously
Yeah.
if they're out of school, they're going to have to finagle with those boundary lines a little bit. But we could talk about McKinney forever, and we've been talking about McKinney for a long time.
Yes, I was going to tell you, maybe time to move on to a different city.
Move on to a different city. Diana, which city would you like to share with us? And I will share your screen now.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Celina.
Okay.
Okay, Celina, Texas. It's a little bit up north of McKinney. It actually has access from either the Dallas North Tollway or Preston Road. And it's a really nice upcoming city, which also have great school districts. It has some of the areas are covered by Celina ISD, and some others are covered by Prosper ISD. So that was part of the things that made Celina grow so fast and so big. Is Prosper ISD has been a school district that everybody wanted to jump in. Prices in Prosper were they went up really quick and really up so fast that a lot of people couldn't keep up with that. And Celina has grown to have, I won't say affordable housing, but I will say more options. Yeah, more
like $300,000 or 320 something.
Yeah, you can start from the 300s in Sutton Fields, which is pretty close to Aubrey. However, like the core of Celina, you have communities like Life Farms, Liliana, or Mustang Lakes that range all the way from the high 300s to the 900s and more. So
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there is variety there, and it's a really interesting city. It's the downtown area. It's really cute. It's nice. It has shops. There are
that you want to share with us.
Well, they have the small downtown, but honestly, like probably people are not gonna like me anymore. But Celina and Aubrey, they have great wineries and vineyards. So, and I really love that environment over there. So, let me see. So, they have the shopping in the downtown area. They have a lot of parks and things for recreation. They have the Old Celina Park, and it's been renovated, and it has a lot of facilities. Well, you have your local things, but also the city of Celina, the mayor has worked really hard into making it a city right now where people have fiber for their internet connection in the entire city. So you have really high speed, good gigabytes to work from home if that's something that you are looking for. And honestly, a lot of my buyers who have bought in the latest years in Celina and up north, they are a lot of people who don't need to commute. They are actually more looking to work from home. So they have a pretty good internet connection and great services over there, close to Prosper, and really easy access to the tollway and Preston Road. And Preston Road, come on, Preston Road goes from north to south in the entire, from South Dallas all the way to Sherman.
Yeah.
So you have businesses and everything there.
Okay. So do you have any other things that you want to share with us? I've got the schools pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and share.
Yeah, let's share about, you can share the schools.
Okay. Let me share my screen here. All right. So niche.com gave Celina ISD, or I guess this is, oh, sorry.
The city of
Celina. This was an A rating. Public schools are A rated. Where was it? Celina. Okay, so great schools. You've got, a couple elementary schools. I got 9, 5. Let me see if I can see a map. Usually there's a map. Don't let this be your only indicator, but okay. Let me see if I can go. They have 5 schools. So we've got 7, 8, 5. So,
but those are Celina Isd.
Yeah, this is Celina ISD.
Yes.
And I was actually over here. This is a nice community too.
Yes.
I was
they have a lot of great communities over there. You have Wellsprings, Liliana, you have Bloomdale, you have
seeing like she was talking about, it's right next to Aubrey. Aubrey kind of extends this way, and then you've got Prosper growing this way as well. So there are some parts of Celina even that will be zoned to Prosper ISD, which as a whole, Prosper ISD has usually 8 or 9 out of 10, almost all the schools in that area do. So that would be a good place to kind of settle. Like you said, it's more affordable. You're further out in the country. Preston 289 is the fastest way in and out of the town itself, which I drove that, and it wasn't too bad. Now, if you get further up, it becomes a little bit more. You go over here. We went all the way up here, and then we realized that this is probably the better, not the better part, but it's, there was a nice little subdivision over there, and you weren't too far away from Prosper, which is what I kind of liked about that south part of Celina.
Yes, it's really nice and pretty convenient. And you can also find lots of houses on 1 acre lots.
Yeah.
Which is, something that is getting more and more difficult to find in the suburbs that are below 380.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Let's see. Let's go to did we cover everything for Celina? I know we
I think if we want to cover more cities.
Celina, maybe that's the question people have. What is there to do in Celina? Is there a lot to do in Celina?
Well, those are little suburbs that are still growing. Not, as I said, probably the wineries and some farms, things like that are things that, that you can look into the area, the downtown, and they also are really family oriented. So you have parks, recreation, and a lot of sports for your kids. Prosper ISD and Celina ISD, they do really, really a strong effort to keep your kids entertained. And also the cities, the parks and recreation divisions for most of the cities in the Collin County in general, I will say they offer a lot of options.
I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. It said the number 1 thing to do in Celina is go to Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, and I think this is a different area.
Well, who knows? Maybe.
Okay, here we go. Now I've got Texas in the mix. Yeah, this totally changed. Okay, so let's talk about this. I do want to share this really quick.
Okay.
I found some really cool stuff. So like you said, the wineries. There's a winery here, Claudely. I can't say it. There's that winery.
We're not seeing the screen.
Oh, sorry. How about this?
Okay.
There we go.
Caudally. Well, depending if they try to say it in French, maybe it will be caudally.
Oh yeah, that French in
there. My French is not really good, but
that's okay. Oui.
Yeah.
Then we got Eden Hill. another
Yes.
winery, antique stores. Ooh, that'd be fun to go antiquing up there. Downtown, which you mentioned too. A brewery. Ooh, there's a brewery up there too. So not a whole lot, but like you said, and I'm sure there's a couple of nearby farms that you could go. The farms are really popular right around the fall. I know a lot of the farms in some of the like the outskirts, like Celina and like Anna, there are some local farms that if you can go and actually take your family and you can pick not blueberries, blackberries. You can pick apples. They have different seasons and activities that you can go out to someone's farm and have a great time. I'm sure around once we get into October, which is next month, a lot of pumpkin patches will start to pop up, and it's a great
They
place.
start now in September. Some of the pumpkin patches start now in September. So start looking around because they're really great places to go.
Yeah. I'm so excited about October. I love October. All right, let's go to the next city. Well, pricing we kind of touched on a little bit. We're not going to. Sorry, we spent like the first hour talking about McKinney. Let's talk a little bit about Prosper because Prosper is on my list. It's
Yes.
not the most affordable, but let's kind of look at the map really quick so people can get an idea of where Prosper is. Let me kind of go back here. So people can see where Prosper, Texas is in proximity to everything else. Where do you go? Add to stream. Okay. So there are more things to do in Prosper than in Celina, Celina is right here to the north. Then Prosper's right here. And then we have Highway 380 that connects McKinney to Denton and then Greenville on the other side. So here's McKinney, and then we have Prosper, Celina, and then Frisco's to its south, Little Elm. Then we've got Crossroads, Aubrey, Krugerville, all up in there. So that'll kind of give you an idea. What are some things that people can do in Prosper besides go to the Kroger Marketplace?
Actually, they have more restaurants and options, and even good shopping over there. Really, when you go on 380 and you enter
Right
the
here.
Prosper
Usually go
area.
here through,
Yes, all that Preston and on 380, you can see a lot of restaurants and stores. This center over there, it has just in the crossing between 380 and Preston. You have Walmart, you have TJ Maxx, you have Burlington, you have Five Below, you have restaurant, you have Olive Garden. It's like really, really a spot to stop. Yeah, the Gates of Prosper, that's the name.
Yeah, this is the shopping area that she's talking about. I thought there would be more.
Yeah, you can buy shoes there. You can good restaurants.
There's a DSW. Yeah,
DSW. Yes.
It looks like a place to eat. I can't tell what that is.
Yeah, I think that's Burlington.
Yeah. Some jewelry. This jewelry store is really popular, guys, online.
Yes.
For whatever reason. Oh, look at that. That's cute. All right. So this is that doesn't really give a good representation. Let me see if I can get the little person and drag him so you can see a little bit what it looks like.
And it's like an open mall. Yeah, you have Dick's, Sporting Goods, which is,
what else?
Pretty convenient.
That's the Walmart. Let's see what's over here. Come on, mouse.
And one of the things to talk about in Prosper, I will say, is that they have the Lagoon Community Windsong Ranch.
Oh, yes, we have to talk about Windsong.
Yes.
Let's zoom in on that one. Windsong Ranch. So it's on the west side.
Yeah, it's getting all the way to Aubrey, pretty much. Getting close to Aubrey and Little Elm.
So this is like their little coffee shop area. They do have a coffee shop and little, you can get breakfast there, right at there. This is their community and information center. And then they have lots and lots and lots of family activities. How much did she say the HOA was in this area? Because it is pretty exorbitant. But you do get a lot, I feel like, for the money. Is it $1,000 a year? I think so.
I think it's over that.
Really? Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure. I will have to check for that, but I think it's over that because Life Farm is $1,200 a year. So I will say Windsor Ranch could be a little bit over that.
And they have, I've seen pictures of they'll get a table like in the fall and they'll spread it out and all the neighbors are invited and there'd be this big long table under the lights and they make it really nice. This is one of their community pools. And then they have a lot of events and stuff too. Looks like a music event there with live music. This part, I don't recall this part. Where is this? It says, I don't remember this part of the community. Oh, that could just be a deck.
Yeah, I think it's a walk-in deck over some of the lake. The wall there.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
So you can play basketball.
Yeah, and the videos on their webpage are amazing to look in general. I found it, and it's $1,500 a year. The HOA.
That's inside the coffee shop. $1,500. So divide that by 12. How much is that a month?
So that's a little bit 100 and
something.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less. Probably. Yeah. $130 a month. And we have to show them the lagoon. I'm surprised that I don't see more pictures of the lagoon that they've tagged.
Usually in their webpage. They have a really nice.
Yeah, they have a YouTube page too. So if you type in Wind Song Ranch, here we go. This is one.
Would you like to be your own boss with unlimited earning potential in Texas with endless real estate opportunity?
That's okay.
Today I'm at Windsong.
No, this is some other guy. We don't want to advertise that. But they have, where's the Windsong?
Over there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the lagoon.
This is their actual Facebook page. So it looks like they've got some recaps. It tells you about some of the events that they had in the community. So I would definitely look on their video.
Go to the videos.
Video library. Yeah. And then this is they did a polar plunge. That's pretty cool. Here's some overhead shots of the lagoon. So you can kind of see. This is all sand right here. Oh yeah, you can go kayaking. And this is exclusively, like they say, for residents.
Yes.
Oh, you can do stand-up paddleboarding. I know they've got water aerobics too. So I would check out some more of their videos too if you want to learn more about that specific community as well. Let me go to new construction because there is quite a bit of new construction in Prosper. Let me see if we can go. Prosper, PROS. Okay, update. Okay, where's the map view? Okay, map view. View communities. Okay. Nope. I'm getting used to this, Diana. I promise.
It's okay.
Look at all of this.
I'm learning.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got quite a few. Here, you've got this is Prosper Trail. This is, where is this one? Falls of Prosper. I think this is Lakes at Legacy. 2 communities here. What are these? temporarily closed. Brook Hollow, Lakewood. And then we've got, because this is a big intersection, but so is, this is 121. They're going to build 121, not 121. Oh my goodness. The Dallas
North Tollway
is going to be here. They have stopped it right now at 380, but they're constructing the rest of it to go further north. I'm guessing all the way to Oklahoma is their goal, you think?
Probably.
Yeah, I would guess.
I don't know how far north they're going to go, but it will be nice.
And this is Windsong right here. So it's, like I said, it's really close to Aubrey. I want to say Aubrey is probably right over 385.
Right over 3. Yeah, left of 385 is already
Savannah. Well,
Savannah, and up north it will be Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
And then up north of Windsong Ranch, if you go a little bit more north, you will find Sutton Fields, which is still kind of Celina. They are considered part of the city of Celina, but they are Aubrey for postal codes.
See, there's a lagoon right there. And then we've got, you said it was further north. I would need to zoom out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So this is still Windsong. And then Artesia is over here too. I think Artesia is
Artesia is over there. Yeah, all that large community. Yeah, that should be Artesia.
Yeah, this is Artesia here, and then it's divided by Teal. But I think that I don't think are they building anymore at Artesia, Diana? I don't see anything right now.
I don't think right now they're building anything more over there.
Yeah, I know they're developing this, but where was that other community you said in Sutton Fields? Was it more here?
I think, it will be over there probably. Yes.
Okay. I think you're right.
Okay, so that's Aubrey. Yes, that's Aubrey. So probably it's a little bit more up north, so you don't have to.
Now we need to tell our viewers not to be fooled, because when it says from 318, that means that you're probably not going to find anything after the builders put on their lot premiums and after the builders do some of their upgrades. You're probably going to be looking to pay closer to 350. But the trick to know how much you might spend in a community, if you're not really sure when it says, from a certain number, is to make sure that you look at if there are any spec homes available. What are the prices for some of those spec homes? So usually they load their spec homes with a lot of upgrades. So you want to make sure that you really look into that and do your due diligence there. But lots and lots and lots. There's Southgate, Fish Trap, Union Park. It should be like right here. Del Webb at Union
Sutton Fields is up north where the number 8 is.
It is? Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. That's
so it's
Sutton
pretty
Fields.
far. Yeah. So
and that's Celina pretty much, but it goes to Prosper ISD schools. And I will say right now, that's the most affordable community if you still want to get into Prosper ISD schools.
Right. Absolutely. So take Diana's word for it, not mine. No. No, but lots of growth and lots of new development in Prosper. It is not a cheap city to live, but it does have a lot of good things to offer. And the PGA is going to be, where is it going to be, Diana? I can't find the headquarters.
Show me.
There it is. It's PGA is going to be right over in here. And this lovely community, I think it's this one. No, that's Crown Ridge. When we talk about another city, my other city, we'll talk a little bit more about the PGA. But let's move on to your next city. What is your next city?
Okay, let me see. I will say right now will be Van Alstine.
Oh, Van Alstine. Okay, well, where's Van Alstine located?
So let me, are you sharing my screen? I don't know why.
It's kind of blurry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here, let me try this. Haha.
Okay.
now you can share your screen.
Okay, so Van Alstine is up north 75. So if you go to McKinney, you keep going north, probably 25 minutes or to 30 minutes, like on your way to Oklahoma. But you're not there yet. Van Alstine is an amazing upcoming city right now. It's growing incredible, and it has the benefit of a great school district as well. Yes, so it's really it has easy access from 75. In some of the cities on the way, Melissa and Anna are already, they're still in development, but they are more, well, Melissa is more crowded than Van Alstine already. So, and it, of course, it is the proximity with McKinney makes it, a lot of people would like to live in Melissa if they work in McKinney, or if they need to commute to McKinney. But Van Alstine has been a great option for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of new construction. It used to be really affordable, like 2 years ago before the pandemic. Right now, prices are a little bit over. We are having, there is a coming soon community from Centex. It's called Oakbrook. And it looks like they say right now they're advertising that it's going to start from the 250s, which I haven't seen that price in Van Alstine this year at all. Most of the new constructions start in the 400s. And their big star right now is the Mantua Point community.
Yeah. So that's Van Alstine ISD up there, but it's McKinney, right?
No, it's Van Alstine ISD, but I think there is a part of Mantua that goes to Anna ISD.
Oh, okay.
So there is a big difference between a school ratings between both. So if a school is important for your family, it is really important for you to make sure that you know which school is on the property that you're looking into that area, because it could be a big difference between ratings.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that if you're building in Mantua, you want to make sure that you know about that. What about, so you talk about drive times. So where do the starting prices kind of start at for resale and for new construction?
So I will say, for new construction, besides this coming soon community from Centex, right now everything that is building, it will go on the 400s. For pre-owned homes, you can see you can start from the 300s, probably, because there were a lot of brand new communities that were sold just before the pandemic that were actually in the 200s, in the low 200s. So. But there has been a lot of appreciation. There are a lot of projects for the city to grow. They have a lot of things coming up to develop in the city. Some things that we don't know when, but at least the people from Mantua said they're gonna have something close to the river that is going to be more like legacy shops with restaurants and shops and things like that, which is going to be
boardwalks, probably. Yeah.
Yes, a kind of a boardwalk over there, really nice. So hopefully, when that's ready, well, of course, when that's ready, you're going to have higher prices on that area. So the moment to get in is right now, and you can still have. You find new constructions over there available right now. You don't have a waiting list, so you can actually get into a new home pretty soon. And unless you're going, South Dallas, the drive is not that bad, because you actually get on the 75, which is a freeway, so you don't have to pay tolls or anything. It's
that makes it nice. The 75.
Yeah. It's a good alternative. And actually, if you work in Oklahoma, or if you work in Sherman, Denison, and any of the other cities up north, Van Alstine is a good option as well.
Yeah. And I want to share too, one of the highlights and the big things that you can do in Van Alstine Well, besides that, is the historic little downtown area. They have a lot of little antique boutiques. A friend of mine that cuts hair, she works out of here. Hang on, let me see if I can see some more downtown photos. Just kind of want to show. And of course, they have a football field. Wait,
Yeah,
is this yeah.
and the town feeling in the downtown area of Van Alstine is really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's not like McKinney, but at the same time, I do feel it's got its own cute little country feel to it that makes it different. So even if you live in McKinney, it's nice to get a different perspective. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't miss it.
Yes.
Don't drive by Van Alstine. Just go. Some of the other things too. There are. It says Herd Craig Center for the Arts. I went with a friend after lunch and had a tour of the mansion and was greeted to show around the property. So it looks like you can tour a couple of historic properties. Looks like they have an exotic petting zoo, which is nice to take the kids. Oops. I'm trying to just kind of scroll through here. They have a couple of splash pads that you can take the kids to. Then they've got the Natural Springs Park. Looks like they have a dog park right around this area too. Now they've got vineyards as well on this side of town. And then it looks like they have a history museum, another winery. Looks like you can go kayaking down the Trinity River, or maybe not the Trinity River.
Well, those are more like close by.
Oh, is this one? Oh, that's actually
attractions.
Well, that's not even.
Yeah.
All right. So that's about. I mean, there's a couple of wineries. You got historic downtown Van Alstine that you can. There's some Instagram worthy shots over there. I feel like. So that's really cool for that specific city. I think we covered everything. We talked about the schools a little bit. The tax rate. Do you have notes on the tax rate for that one? Is it affordable?
Oh, no, I don't have it out of hand right now.
We'll pull it up in just a little bit so that way people can kind of get an idea or a feel. And then you said the drive time, we already talked about that. So, and then home prices, you can get something affordable in this area for sure. And it's just outside, just north. Go past Melissa, go past Anna, and Van Alstine is going to be right over here. So it is a more affordable quadrant of North Dallas if you're looking for that. Let's go on to my next city, which is Fairview. Oh, I love this Fairview area.
Beautiful Fairview.
So let me kind of show people where Fairview is. Let's go back here. We're at Windsong. So there's lots of shopping over in this area, and it's actually a relatively small town itself. It's like I said, it's not that big. And most of this too is not even developed yet. I would say it's a very underdeveloped area. A lot of green spaces. You also have a nature preserve. That's a part that's just north of it right here. And then this big green space is a golf club. Right, a country club. A golf club. It's getting later, so I'm saying golf club. All right. So Heritage Ranch is a very popular community for people to want. There's housing all the way around this golf course for sure. But the big draw to the area is those people looking for an escape, but you're only 10, 15 minutes from shopping, So you're not having to drive a whole heck of a lot out of town. You're not having to drive 30 minutes to the nearest Whole Foods. It's all relatively close by. There's also the Herd Museum, That's a very popular spot for people to go and visit. It actually, the last time I visited, I was a little bit disappointed, to be completely honest, because a lot of the green landscaping they didn't have ready. I think they were kind of in between, but now that they have the dinosaurs kind of out there, I feel like it would be worth my money or my trip to go see it. But that's their newest exhibit, is to have the dinosaurs out there. Lots of trails and places to walk. I felt like the trails could have been a little bit better kept, but I think they were just kind of in between season. So I think that was part of it as well. Also, whenever the butterflies start to bloom, they have a little butterfly gazebo. And then they've got this little kid pioneer village, which is starting to get run down. I mean, and you can tell from the photo, this is what it looks like. It does look a little bit run down here. They also have some animals. Now, there weren't as many animals the last time that I went, which I was a little bit disappointed about that too. But they do have some ropes courses and things that you can do with groups there at the Herd Museum, and they'll have fundraisers and events and that type of thing as well. If you decide to go over there or spend a day or night, but lots of things to do. It's a very large. It's a part of the nature preserve that's over here because it says wildlife and nature preserve. So the other thing that really people love about Fairview, other than the really large lots, is the school system. So I want to say Lovejoy. Mm-hmm. Lovejoy Independent School District. It says Allen, but so parts of this district I feel like are in almost so parts of McKinney are in Lovejoy, parts of Allen are in Lovejoy, parts of Lucas are in Lovejoy, parts of Fairview are in Lovejoy. This is the main district for the city of Fairview, but it does have a very, very high, rating as a district, and all of the schools are at least 8 out of 10, I believe, or better. And it's it's a smaller district too. So a lot of people, I think, like that it only has so many, let's see how many schools it has. I know it's not that many.
So I think there are not in.
Yeah, seven. So compare that to McKinney that has 30 something or 20 something schools, or Frisco that has even more. It's a very small country environment. They've only got 2 high schools. They have 2 middle schools, 5 elementary schools, and they've got 3 preschools. So, I mean, if you take out the preschools, I mean, now we're already down to 4 schools, right?
Yes, definitely.
This doesn't add to 7 though. 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2. Maybe, I don't know maybe the preschool is a part of, I don't know. Anyway, 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7. 2 plus 2 does not equal 7. But
no, but well, yeah.
I know, right? If it says all schools, what does that mean? It means
probably public schools, or it doesn't include preschools that are not part of the school system.
Probably. What is this? Sloan Creek. See, some of this doesn't look.
Yeah, I think it will count the 7 that are in the public district.
Okay. Yeah, probably, more than likely.
Yes.
Okay. And the city itself too, let me see if I can show you some properties. I think that'll be get people's eyes or attention. Now, some of the homes that are closest to the highway are going to, look like this, like McKinney. But I feel like as you get further east into Fairview, and you go a little bit, keep taking Stacy east, you're going to start to run into some of these neighborhoods. So here, let me share really quick. Fairview. So you've got good schools, you've got large lots. This says near. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't really give you. So this is, it looks like a regular neighborhood in McKinney right here. But look at this right here. I mean, this alone, look at all the trees, the circle driveway. It feels really secluded. This is really more or less what you're going to find in Fairview itself. Fairview, Lucas, even parts of North Wiley, parts of Allen that are over there. Larger lots. And see, and this is, I don't know why this
Look
is.
to your right, this estate.
Right. This estate right here for 1.3. And
look at that. Price was decreased. Look at that.
Ooh, price is falling in this price point. So that's really good because I did have a client that was looking in that area. This one's for 2.8. I feel like this is a little bit more exorbitant, but there are properties like that over here. It looks like you've got 5 beds, 6.5 bath, and this is on 2.26 acres. So you do have a large lot, a large piece of land. You also are going to find some older homes, like this one's on an acre, and it was, it looks like it was built in the 80s. So you are going to find some properties that maybe aren't as desirable, but if you were to take it and remodel it, you could make it really nice, especially for this price, under $1 million.
Look the one to the left that is contingent. That's an amazing thing that they did. It's a 2.3. Oh well, it's a small property anyway.
Oh, it's 16 square feet. Yeah. I think this is this a townhome?
Yeah, probably it's a townhome. Yeah. I don't know. I thought 2.3 and I thought it was 2.3 acres, but forget it.
Oh, no. So this is a townhome.
Yeah, it's a townhome. Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's, pretty decent for a townhome too. So there's some affordability if you want to be over on that side of town. This one's $450. This is, I don't know why it's saying it's square foot lot.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out that.
Yeah. This one, see, 1.7. This one's pending. I really like that one a lot. See, here's another one. It's got a pool in the back for 1.4. It's on just over an acre lot. And I actually I know where this one is. This is, what's the name of this community? I've been over here a couple of times. I have a client who's really wanting this neighborhood, who really loves this style of property.
It looks like a really amazing community.
I really like it. It has the HOA is a little bit steep, I feel like, but Parkside at Fairview. Mm-hmm. This is a really nice little pocket of homes over here. So remember that neighborhood for sure. But there's a lot of new construction that's happening. Now there is more construction happening over in Lucas, which is the city just closer to Lake Lavon, of Fairview. But look, here's new construction here, but the lot looks pretty small. I'm kind of underwhelmed.
Let me ask you something, Rebecca. Mm-hmm. Are these acre lots located with the city sewer, or are most of them on septic like in Lucas?
So I would say you are going to see more properties that are not on a septic in Fairview, because you are that much closer to the city. That's what I've noticed for the most part. I didn't see a whole lot. And it just kind of depends. Some of the neighborhoods are set up to where it's city water, and some of the neighborhoods are set up to where it's more septic or on an aerobic system. Now look at this one. You can get under $1 million. You can get a 4,600 square foot home with a pool on 1.24 acres in Fairview. Holy guacamole. Let's buy that.
And price just came down. So hurry up, because
it was $1 million, or no, it was $950. Now it's $925.
It was $950, but still, that's good. That's good news right now.
To see those prices coming down, because they were going up, and multiple offers, people offering $100,000 over asking and not batting an eye at that $1 million price point. And that was just a couple months ago.
And And let me ask you something, Rebecca. Don't you think that change in the market happens pretty much close to when the school started?
It did. So right before school started, there was a little bit of a lull, and then we weren't sure what was going to happen. And then it started to pick up again as far as people, because I have been showing more clients at this time. But right now, I feel like in that upper price point, there's still a lot more opportunity for people to try to get something. And the inventory is starting to kind of refurbish itself at that $1 million price point, which is really, really nice. And that's all around. That's not just specifically to Fairview, but a lot of times people will look to Fairview if they're wanting that nice property, great school system on an acre or more. That's the area of town they're going to look if they're going to look in the North Dallas quadrants. They may look at new construction, but I feel like new construction is so overpriced still, and a lot of the builders aren't wanting to come off those prices, and that makes it a lot more difficult to find a deal with new construction, is because they're still, I still feel like there's still some incentives that are coming back. Have you noticed that with new construction?
Yes.
Just in general?
Yes,
Yeah.
which is great, honestly, to be able to have incentive again and commissions paid and different things that makes the market more agreeable for everybody, and definitely options for our buyers.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that 100%. I do want to, so things to do. Would you say that there are a million things to do in Fairview? Yes or no?
Well, I will say, besides the golf park and enjoying your own love of your own house, it's close to everything. So you are really
Right.
close to Allen. So you need to go shopping, you need to go restaurants. You have
Right here.
everything over there at the Fairview
Town
Town
center.
Center and
Yep.
Village of Allen. So that, you know, little pocket of entertainment over there is pretty good. You have
And
the
you're
Whole
so
Foods.
close. You're like 10, 15 minutes from all the shopping that they've got. There's a Whole Foods close by, which I feel like is a bigger deal than most people make out of it. But lots of restaurants, lots of shopping, and then
Yes.
Allen's not that far away.
No, just across the street you
Across the
have
street is Allen.
is Allen, and you have a lot of
Lots of
stores. You have
entertainment.
Target over there, and you have restaurants and a lot of things to do there. So
That's the last picture. Is that guy.
yes,
Yeah, so you've got J.C. Penney, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out. Then,
yeah.
like
So
Linda said, just south. So here's Stacy Road, just south, and you're in Allen already.
yes,
And so you're not really. So you got the village at Allen, and then if you go across the highway, you've got the Allen Premium Outlets, and that area is fabulous over there. It's an outdoor mall, so it's not like a big indoor mall. But then you've got your Dick's, your TJ Maxx, your Target, your Dick's Sporting Goods, Best Buy. Top Golf is right over there too, so you're not that far from that type of entertainment. There's a movie theater, I believe. Where is the movie theater? I know it's somewhere over here. There's Macy's. Let's see.
I think it's over there close to
It's over
Fairview.
here by. Is it, or maybe there's one in the outlets. I know that there's a movie theater close by, so you don't have to go that
Okay.
far for that. You got your 24-hour fitness for those of you that love that. But just a lot of great shopping opportunities, and there's 75 again. So it's a free street for you to go anywhere that you want to go. Take that all the way down to downtown and have a night on the town. With family and friends, because you're just a hop, skip, and a jump. 30 minutes will get you probably to that downtown area. You're right next to Allen. You're right next to McKinney. It's a great little sliver, a little spot, little pocket that is, I feel like, underestimated or undervalued. We'll just put it that way, because you can find just about anything that you're looking for, whether it be an affordable townhome or a small little property, or you can find something on acreage. So there's a lot to offer in this town of Fairview. So that's my
Yeah,
spiel.
and it's pretty close to the lake too, so that makes it really attractive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not that far from Lake Lavon and all the lake activities that they have to offer over there too. So absolutely. All right, Diana, you're next. What's on your list next?
Okay, now I would like to talk about Royce City. So we are going to east
Going to the
of
east side.
Dallas. Yes.
Okay. Do you
So
want to share
I
your
have,
screen? Oh, you got it?
yes.
Oh,
Don't you
here.
have it? Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so right now with less traffic is only 35 minutes to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And Royce City, I chose Royce City because it's an upcoming community, really growing really fast, a lot of new developments. However, it still skips some of the country style. They are really they preserve their downtown. It's really pretty. They take precautions to keep the history there, but it also has a lot of ranches. You have new developments, but you also can find like 10 acres of ranches over there and really nice areas for you, if you like horses and you're looking for properties. All that area close to Royce City, it's really, really big, really large and nice for, if you're looking into more the ranch style and not just the really nice estate, but you can have your estate, but with horses and livestock and anything that you want there. It's incredible when you go into that area. But you also have the city, small city, suburb style with your subdivisions with the pool and all that regular style of the cities. And they have one of the things that I like is that they are still in the affordable side right now for some people that were left out of the market with these crazy prices. So you have communities that start in the 300s right now that go all the way to the 500s. And you can find good options right now, like, 4 bedroom, 3 bathrooms with media and game room, really nice for 450. So if and that's something, it's a huge contrast to most of the upcoming cities on Collin County of North Dallas that we were talking before. Royce City has, of course, you're more on the east side. It's a different feel, a different environment. But however, it's really close to Rockwall, that I know is one of your favorites, so we will talk soon.
Yeah.
And most of the entertainment and things to do that you will find in Road City, it will be just going to Rockwall. So, but however, there is something that they have that not a lot of cities in the Metroplex have.
Okay.
They have
What is it?
Buc-ee's.
Oh, Buc-ee's. Nice.
So they actually have Buc-ee's in Royce City, and it's a nice stop over there. And it's
What do you
a
do at
full. Huh?
What is there to do at Buc-ee's? What is that all about?
Well, it's a full convenience store with gas station, but you can eat there. You can find all kind of food, delicious brisket over there, brisket sandwiches, and a lot of roasted nuts and so many things. And you have clothing, you have things for the home. It's like I don't
It's
know, a department store in a small convenience store, something like this.
That's next
It's a
to
full
it, the
experience.
gas station, all at the same time.
Yes, exactly. But it's like a good Texas symbol that Yeah, a Texas stop that, if you're in Texas, you have to visit Buc-ee's,
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
So, and Buc-ee's are fairly new to the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Mhm.
They started popping probably like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
If I'm not wrong, they started in Denton and Melissa, I think.
Yeah.
But there is this one in Royce City. So honestly, that was like the most exciting thing that I found in.
What about the llamas? Is there a llama farm? I
They
just
have a
don't.
llama farm. Yeah, they have
Oh.
a llama farm. They have a lot of parks. They actually have a brewery right now, but
Uh-huh.
they are really proud of their historic district. It's something that they are actually. Let me see.
Royce City Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, it's either the Shangri-La, which is the llama farm. We
Mm-hmm.
have Bookie. We have the Thirsty Bro Brewing, which is it's located, I think, in the historic district.
Okay.
Oh, it's not showing here, but
Right.
it has these little small cafes, small restaurants, and it has
Mm-hmm.
the train station close by. It's really nice. It has a really nice environment,
Mm-hmm.
and but definitely most of the things that you'll do that there is or either enjoy your ranch or going to your community pool and
Yeah.
just going to
Chilling
Rockwall
out.
and enjoy the lake.
Okay. Yeah, going to Rockwall. That's probably number one trip. Aside from the llama farm, that sounds like fun. I want to go.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I didn't know about that, but it looks pretty nice.
Okay, what about schools wise? You mean to talk about schools?
So, yes, so Roy City
Oh, that's so
has,
cute. Oh my
look at this.
goodness. Those are the llamas. Oh my goodness. Diana.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
awesome.
nice. They have some parts of Roy City that attend Rockwall ISD, which
Okay.
is also a really nice
That's a
and
good district.
competitive ISD. A lot of people in that area are when they ask
For Rockwall ISD. Yeah.
for Rockwall ISD,
Mhm.
and also they. But there is also Roy City ISD for
Yeah.
some
So
other
let's
areas
look at
of.
that one a little bit. So on great schools, so there's not that many schools either. It's not as small as Fairview, but it has a couple more districts. It looks like it also has some charter. There's a Montessori school, I believe, as well over on that side of town, which is nice. So they've got
Probably.
pretty decent, above average and average ratings for most of their schools. Um, and then it looks like, whoops. Some of them are a little bit lower rated, but I mean, this is just, I wouldn't take this. I would go to the school district and I would, because a lot of these numbers are based off of test scores or testing for the area. So it just kind of depends on, what you want and for your kids as far as that goes, because if you don't want a high pressure, super environment, maybe going to one of these schools that's rated a little bit lower, everybody can kind of take a breath and enjoy their elementary, middle, and high school experience and then move on from there. But I would say, too, that Montessori school that they mentioned or that says here, where did it go? Elementary. I thought I saw Montessori Education
They
Academy.
have the International Academy, but
Okay.
it's not
This is a charter
ranking.
school right here.
It's
So
a
they have a
charter
charter
school.
school. This is the private school right here. The Country Life Montessori School. It's not rated, but that would be another alternative, as well as maybe even looking into that charter school, because it's a different type of education too. If you want more of that, usually
Yes,
charter schools have more of a classical form of education, which is different than what's in the public school system, which I feel like is a little bit more math, science, reading, language arts kind of heavy. So it kind of gives you the whole experience. I mean, they still have music and PE and that kind of thing too, but it's different. Charter schools are different in a couple of different ways, if you didn't know. And then I know you talked about, that's the other one. So what about home prices? You said affordable, but how affordable are we talking about? And where is their new construction?
So they have new constructions pretty close to what, close to Rockwall, but, just to say on the 30, on Highway 30. And it starts around the 300s.
Okay.
And it can go all the way to 500, but that's kind of the media pricing. Your study home, the small one, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom will be around the 300s, and other than that, you'll go to a higher price. But just in 2 years, the prices have gone up pretty fast. 2 years ago, I saw houses in Royce City, in new constructions, around the 200s, and they were 4 bedrooms houses. And now, yes, the appreciation in Dallas Fort Worth, it's
nuts.
It's crazy.
Nuts. This past year has been crazy. It's appreciated so much. Here, let me kind of share my screen so we can kind of look to see where these new construction pockets are.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Fairview. So we're on the other side of the lake. Remember, we were here in Fairview.
We're not seeing the map right now, Rebecca.
Oh, added to the stream. There we go. Thanks. All right. So we were in Fairview. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do.
No, we need to go to Royce City.
Okay. There's Rockwall. There's Fate. And then you get to Royce City.
Yeah, I think you have to update the city.
Oh, see, it's still not. I put in Rockwall because it wouldn't populate for Royce City. Because that's the nearest city. We can do Rockwall County. That'd be better. And then enter.
Just update. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Here we go. So Royce City is in Rockwall County, though.
Yes.
Here we go. Royce City.
Well, there is a part of Royce City that actually goes to Hunt County.
Oh, okay. So there's a golf course there. Let me
scooch
up a little bit. All right. So it looks like there are. So here's Rockwall. There's Lake Ray Hubbard, Mobile City, which I think. Okay, so Mobile City, it's not really a city. It's just kind of a pass through. And then Fate is starting to grow too. Is it part of Fate also? It's like part of it's Rockwall and then part of it's Royce City ISD, right?
Yes, I will say mostly Rockwall ISD for Fate.
For Fate, yeah.
Yes, so and they have an amazing also country club in Fate. And the states over there are beautiful. I know we're not focusing on Fate right now, but it's a city not to miss. Honestly, it's growing really pretty. It has nice communities. It has more country style communities. And what I mean with that, you have more like estates as well. And
Tech Bakery. Oh my gosh, let's go.
Yes.
It's a sign. It's fate. You need to go.
It's fate. Exactly.
All right, and there's still. I mean, you still have your conveniences, so you don't have to drive to Rockwall to go to Walmart. There's one here.
Yeah, and what I mean, Walmart is there, and you have some restaurants and things in there. Yeah, what I mean is, it's really small in entertainment in general.
That's one of the attractions up there.
And 2 minutes from, like 5 minutes in the car, you are in Rockwall already.
2, 328, 3. So it's starting in the threes. So look, here's one, $299.9. Now this could change. So a lot of times what we were noticing on this specific website, so if you are looking at newhomesource.com for new construction, go directly to the builder's website. So if you're interested in this K. Honovan Ascend at Creekshaw, if you're interested in that community, it's best to go directly to the builder's website. Once you figure out where the property is located, go directly to the builder's website for that specific neighborhood. And you should see, I'm not promising, but you should be able to see more up-to-date pricing when it comes to new construction versus just going off of, what we're hovering over here. But it will at least give you an idea to know that this is less expensive than right here in the golf course community. It's starting at $366. So
yeah, that's Fate already.
Oh, this is Fate over here by Stone
Yes.
River. Okay.
Yes.
So you can go golfing over there in Fate.
Yes.
You said the country
And that's what
club
I mean, it's a little bit more affordable, and it will be a good option for people who are not ready, who are, buying their first home maybe, and they are not ready to jump onto, the
High prices
high
of Rockwall.
expensive Rockwall will be a great place to live.
Right.
However,
Mhm.
the prices are
Look up here. New
higher.
construction.
Yeah, you can see.
Now there's El Couple and Stone Creek, $476, but still, so we got a little bit of affordability. I don't know how much of that is left, because a lot of times too, the builders will say, "Oh, well, we already sold out of all of the small 1,600 square foot properties," and I'm going, well, geez. They're like, yeah, they were the first 20 homes to go.
Yes. One of the beautiful things in Rockwall, though, is that you can actually have lakefront properties.
I know, or lake views even.
And
There are some hills over there that you can get a property with a lake view on it and still be like, oh, look at the lake, even though you don't have direct access to it. It's beautiful over there.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people do fall in love with the city of Rockwall. And then Heath, which is to its south, there's a lot of growth happening in this city. This is one of the next boom towns, I'm guessing, because of all this lakefront property right over here. The Heath Golf and Yacht Club is spectacular. It's beautiful. It's very luxurious over there. The only thing that is keeping this area, I feel like, from really booming is the infrastructure. So there's not a lot of roads to get you from, north over in Rockwall all the way down to Heath. There are a couple of roads, but you can see the infrastructure is not, this is all 2-lane. This is not, 4-lane or 6-lane or anything like that. The major highways are going to be under
the 80.
the lake.
Yes, the 80, which,
or you go through the lake with 30, and that's a big highway, but you can get traffic is an issue. That's something that I do want to bring up. If you are considering Royce City and your commute takes you all the way to downtown, you might want to rethink that, because with traffic, it's going to take you twice the amount of time.
Probably an hour. Yeah. So you have and
or more.
And honestly, that's something that you need to check with your agent, and you need to review, different times on the map in Google to see, the timing and the different peak hours, because definitely the commuting, I will suggest that you find a location closer, or at least in area closer to your work.
Yeah. Or if you're a firefighter, firefighters love to buy property way outside of town, because they get that peace and that quiet and that country feel. And then they just drive into work, because then when they drive into work, it's like 1:00 in the morning. There's no traffic. So firefighters, and I know a couple, are notorious for buying property so far out in town to where it's so peaceful and quiet. And then they just they commute for that 2 or 3 days a week that they have on as well, which is kind of cool. That's what I've noticed about a lot of these country communities that are further out, that are more affordable. It's more attractive to those that are working remotely, working from home. But then you still have to worry about that Wi-Fi connection. So do you know about any of the Wi-Fi connections over there? Because that's important when you're working from home.
So I will tell you, probably in the ranches area, it will be a little bit more complicated. However, I actually have a client friend that lives in Royce City. She has a beautiful ranch over there, over 8 acres, and they have pretty good internet services. And each side, where the new subdivisions are developing, is still good internet service. However, not all the uh, cell phone companies work pretty well over there. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say names, but you won't have the full coverage from all the
A lot
service
of dead
providers
areas
over
over
there.
there, Diana.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good to keep in mind when you are looking further outside of town. Not only do you have to worry about being on like propane or a septic system, but you also have to worry about your Wi-Fi connection. So even though it's really great to be out in the middle of nowhere, it's also can be a little bit hard to be out in the middle of nowhere too. So that's something that I think our viewers kind of need to keep in mind. Now, Diana, we are crunched for time. We're almost at 2 hours. I can't believe it. I think it's because we were so excited about McKinney in the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue this. Maybe not this month, maybe sometime next month. We'll reveal our other cities because I have about 3 more, and I think you have about 3 more, and then we have a couple more too that we want to talk about. So
There are so many great cities in the Metroplex that we can make so
right.
many videos.
Right. Maybe next time we should just pick ones, after we do the group ones like we're doing here briefly, we can, like we did for McKinney, we were on for an hour and we just talked all about McKinney. Maybe we can do that to like single out a couple other cities too. And that way people can get as much information as they can. But I'm going to actually call it, I think we should call it a night before we turn into pumpkins. So thanks everybody for watching. And we're going to continue this next month in October when everything is a pumpkin, right? So we're turning into pumpkins and then October's coming. So it's perfect timing. Let's everybody have a good night, and we're going to see you next month for sure. But next Thursday, you don't want to miss the show either because we're going to be talking. Oh, I got to tell them the schedule, Diana. Okay, next Thursday, I've got to get my schedule up. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So next Thursday, I'm hoping to have a guest and have a small business on. We're going to have a small business spotlight. So I'm going to, don't want to reveal everything, but I'm going to share with you, we're going to have a little interview with a small business, maybe show you around the place, give you a behind the scenes kind of look at that. So you don't want to miss next Thursday. And then Diana, thank you so much. We are going to have you back to do this some more. I think this is a great idea. And I think my viewers are going to love it. And then once you get your channel up and going in Spanish, nonetheless, whoop, whoop, they're going to really enjoy seeing what you have put together in Espanol.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Yes, I'm working towards getting that. And I will be looking over to see your next video next Thursday, right?
Yeah, next Thursday. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.